everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to talk about a couple of ways in which we can recover from bad financial decisions that we make over the weekend or over an extended vacation break. Step number one: if something you purchase from the mall or from a store, the quickest and easiest way to recover is to return whatever you bought from the store. Take it back, you have the receipt because you just recently purchased it, and get your money back. If you cannot do that because you've either opened the item and used it, maybe it's a piece of clothing that you wore or an item that you have used, or it was a no return, final purchase, no return, no exchange, consider returning something alternative from the house. Maybe there's something else that you recently bought as well that you can return and get money just so it can compensate for whatever you spent. That is one way of doing it. Step number two is to create a realistic budget. If this is something ongoing that every single weekend you find yourself overspending and then having buyer's remorse on Sunday evening or Monday morning, consider making a budget that includes a fun item and make sure you stick to that budget. The way you can stick to that budget is, number one, you can decide to deplete your checking account. That way when the weekend rolls around, you don't have extra money that's just sitting around that you're tempted to use. Make sure the money comes in, like Dave Ramsey says, every dollar has a name to it. Make sure your bills are paid. Go out and buy your groceries, pay your utility bills, pay your car, pay debt. Do something so that that money is just not sitting in your account, and then Saturday rolls around and you decide to go out with your friends or with your family and spend it. Step number three is, if you have multiple credit cards, especially store cards, consider shutting them. Not just physically cutting them, but calling up the credit card companies and just closing the account. Why? Because once you pay off an account, I know so many people say leave the account open so that your credit score is not ruined. But if keeping an account open keeps you in debt, then it's a wise idea to shut down that account, and trust me, your credit score will go back up. Especially if to begin with your credit wasn't bad, you shouldn't be worried about that. You should be more worried about being in debt than your credit score. So, just chopping up the card or sticking it in a block of ice or leaving it in the house doesn't help. If you can walk into the store without the card and still be able to charge things, then it beats the purpose. For instance, if I have a card from one of the stores at the mall, if I walk in and then I find something I like, but I had left my card in the refrigerator, all I have to do is maybe give them my ID and tell them, hey, I'd like to charge this to this account. They look it up and they'll charge it. So that really doesn't help so much. It only helps like if you're buying something that is outside of that store. For instance, if you want to pay gas, you have to have the card. You can't just charge something without the card. But overall, it's a good idea to just shut down multiple credit cards. I don't know why anyone would have 10, 20, 30 cards and then keep being in debt and being tempted. Another thing that you can do is make sure you find something that you can do that doesn't cost money or costs whatever you have budgeted for. So if you budget only for a movie, and maybe the movie is $10 plus maybe a snack, so you budget $15. Don't go out for something, drinks and dinner and stuff like that. Remember, your budget was only $15. Make sure you do stuff that is within your budget. Better yet, find free things you can do. Maybe hang out around the house, go to new places you've never been, and look up your weekly newspapers. I know they usually have a listing of what is available for fun for the whole family that costs very little or no money at all. So if you had bought something like a service, maybe like I said, you ate out, or you got your hair done, or you got your car fixed, you got something that you cannot return, then consider cutting back from another category in your budget to make up for whatever money you spent. That is the only way to balance off your budget. If you rob Peter to pay Paul, this time around you may have to rob Henry to pay back Peter. I don't know, just make it happen and figure it out. Also, you can decide to really buckle down and sell stuff in your house, or pick up more shifts at work, tighten up your budget really bad, and maybe just stay home. That way you don't keep spending money you don't have, and at the end of the day you will be on track. So those are some of my tips that I have that would help me stay in budget and try and bounce back if I had overspent at the mall. So let me know in the comment down below, what are some of your tips? What have you done in the past? I know for a fact that I return a lot of things that I just bought, and then I realized I didn't need them. I always return them without shame. Like, I have no shame to my game. Tell me in the comments down below, what have you done in the past, or what are you considering doing to help you stay on track? If you like this video, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, share, and I'll upload a new video hopefully on Thursday of this coming week. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and like I say, always keep on keeping on, aka Aluta Continua. Bye bye.